but he said they're living the same terrible life. So there we got a glimpse of this guy's opinion about it. I saw a video the other day on YouTube. It was from North Korea. It was a North Korea propaganda film about what life is like in America. And as an American, you can probably tell by my accent I'm American. I thought I should react to it. And it's not that I don't trust the North Koreans. They have an adherence to truth I greatly admire. It's kind of like the no spin zone, But I just thought, I would react to it. I think it'd be a fun thing to see how accurate it truly is, because they're obviously coming from an outsider's perspective, a perspective of wisdom. I'm not knocking their system. It works very well. It's a giant concentration camp. It's a thing, something to behold. But anyways, I'm going to watch the video and react to it as an American to see how accurate it is. Do not like this video. Do not subscribe. Do not comment. I don't want this stuff getting out. And I have a cold right now, so... Anyways, let's get into it.
How Americans live today. Dramatic music. This is how Americans live today, drinking coffee made from snow and living in tents and buying guns to kill each other, especially children. Some people complain about the guns.
Well, I think so far so good. That basically described to a T my daily routine, so no points off. Okay, yeah. So far, so
living
good.
On the streets of modern-day America. These trees are full of snow. You'll see that there are no birds. They've been eaten by the people who live in these tents and corridors.
Yeah, I really do love, that is one of the most nutritious snacks that I indulge in is when I'm walking down the street, I grab a pigeon in the snow-covered branches on the streets of Houston, Texas, where I live. I usually just, sneak up on them. You gotta kind of walk on the balls of your feet. You sneak up on them and you just grab them from the trees and just go to town, feathers and all. I'm not sure if they're saying that's a bad thing. I don't see anything wrong with it. But anyways, so far so good as far as accuracy.
This man awaits heroin.
Well, that guy was waiting for heroin on a bench. I usually wait for heroin in the comfort of my own home, so I'm going to have to take away a point from the documentary for that reason.
Their houses blow down very easily, and they have to live in tents.
I will say that's somewhat true. So I have two brothers. One of my brothers made his house of straw. My other brother made his house of bricks. I made my house personally of mud, and my former brother, his house did blow down, the one who made his house of straw. My house also blew down. But the latter brother who made his house of bricks, his house is standing to this day. So I will have to take some points off for accuracy. I will say 2 out of the 3 houses in America blow down. But I think my family, my 2 brothers and I are a pretty good sample size. So I would have to say 2 out of 3 of the houses blow down. One out of every 3 stands sturdy. So 1 point off.
They have to live in tents like these.
There are a lot of tents. I'm a former San Franciscoan myself, so I will say the tent thing is pretty true.
This man will show us his tent with pride. He points to his items, but the camera notices his roof has fallen down.
Wait, I thought this was a tent.
This is common in modern-day America.
I don't know.
The American Red Cross supplies curtains and walls from material from North Korea.
Yep, that's right. Materials made in North Korea. Most things are made in North Korea. I bet this microphone was made in North Korea. I bet I bet my computer was made in North Korea. They're just a beacon of productivity and innovation. So, another point for accuracy.
Again, there are no birds in the trees apart from these, which will be eaten on Tuesday. They are yummy.
Now, a lot of people in North Korea are probably wondering, why do we eat the birds on Tuesday? And my answer is, I always have my work week is pretty long. I have a arduous job, and so, Monday you're kind of psyched to get after it. But Tuesday, you sort of look ahead and you think, wow, I've got 4 more days of work before the weekend. So I think Tuesday, but then you remember, oh, it's bird eating day. So I think it's a good way to break up the week. It's a great way to kind of keep the momentum going, And then you have hump day on Wednesday, and everyone loves hump day. And then Thursday is like kind of mini Friday, and then you have Friday. So it's just a good way to kind of facilitate the process of speeding up the week. Breaks up the week nicely. So that's why Tuesdays are bird eating day. Wake up on Tuesdays, and it's exciting for me. I get up, I go outside, I get after chasing down those birds, like we talked about, sneaking up on them, just going to town. It's delicious. So, and, you got to sometimes brush off the snow in Houston, where I live, before you eat them. But, yeah, I would say so far, this is pretty accurate, actually. All right, let's continue.
You can also eat the snow, of which there is plenty in the United States.
Lots of snow in the
These
Bayou
people lie
City.
huddled together with their dead friends in blue body bags, drinking coffee cups full of local snow.
Yeah, I don't want to be a stickler here, but they're saying they're drinking coffee cups full of snow. That's a Starbucks cup right there. So I don't know if Starbucks serves snow. I haven't been there in a while. They have gone downhill as far as quality, so maybe that's true. I don't know. I'm not going to take points off.
They are very good friends. They are together in adversity. In other parts of America, often disguised as foreign countries in Europe, people live the same terrible life. This man, a former Republican candidate for Oregon, is now having to get coffee made of snow from these trucks.
I'm not sure if they're talking about a Republican candidate is lining up for snow. Who could that? That must be Jeb Bush they're talking about. Okay, that probably is true. But as far as I have to take points off here because it was very objective. But he said they're living the same terrible life. So there we got a glimpse of this guy's opinion about it. So it was the no spin zone, but we kind of got a glimpse. He said they're living the same terrible life. That's a very loaded adjective if you ask me. So point off for bias there.
Many Americans have to live like this daily and are entitled to 1 cup most days. The weather is freezing, but the hot snow tastes nice. That man's taking the blankets while they're looking.
I will say, down here in the Bayou City, when I'm sweating my body weight 3 times a day in the month of July, I'm not sure where I don't line up for snow in the cold. It's not that cold. So 1 point off for that.
They are very grateful to their government for these handouts. Yummy.
I am very grateful for my government for the handouts of the free snow. Thank you, government. Thanks, Biden. That's good. They're enjoying the little things in life. I appreciate that. See, that's not so terrible.
They enjoy it immensely. Meantime, in the major offices, factories and railway stations, people sit around under expensive adverts for Dell computers, drinking snow
Lots of emphasis on
cups.
Americans drinking snow. I'm not a meteorologist, but I think snow is a solid. And in order to drink something, it has to be liquid form. So maybe melted snow. I don't know. I'm not going to take points out for it, though.
People pass by, not caring, for they are all in the same situation. This is how they live in modern-day America, huddled together, the poor, the cold, the lonely, and the homosexual.
The poor, the lonely, and the homosexuals huddled together. This must be about San Francisco. I don't know. As a Houstonian, I got to take a point off for that.
The North Korean camera crew awoke this guy who was very cold and gave him some North Korean coffee and a blanket.
Oh yes, the North Korean coffee is the best. Whenever I go to a coffee shop, I say, "Do you have North Korean coffee?" And if they say no, I usually just leave. So I got my spots around town. I know where to go now. But when I first moved here, it was tough to find the North Korean coffee
and a blanket. Meantime, these people queued up for handouts from the Democratic People's Republic of Korea and were each given a cake.
Yeah, the Democratic Republic of Korea does help us out a lot. I mean, where would we be? We wouldn't have warm clothing. We wouldn't have blankets without them. So I'm not going to take off points for that. They had a couple scuffs here and there. I saw maybe some hints of bias, but overall, how'd they do? 8 out of 10, something like that? Yeah, not bad. All right, North Korea, keep stickling to the truth. I want to see more great quality documentaries like this.